Countdown. Hello, welcome to another edition of the Willie Bragg Show. I am your host, Willie Bragg. And basically, what I want to talk about today, well, before I talk about what I'm going to talk about, let me start by saying I had a video that was taken down the other day due to a copyright strike. And I am going to do that same video again, keeping my legal nose clean. So, just want to start off with that. January 6th, 2021, the Diet coup took place, known as the insurrection. Now, some people, when they hear me bellyache about it, let's say when I'm talking to people on my Facebook page, and I bellyache about it, it sounds like I am a shit lib, you know, these redneck right-wing assholes are trying to go and create fascism in America. I mean, a lot of them have those tendencies, a lot of them don't. Not all Trump supporters are the same, just as not all, Biden supporters are the same. Hell, I even found out that not all Bernie Sanders supporters are the same. But the thing about it is that this insurrection took place, and, I mean, when it happened last year, to me, my initial response was that more humorous than anything else. I mean, it was kind of fucked up, that the emotions just got so stirred up. It's not that I think that they were they were orchestrating this for months, and they were like, this rally's going to make us take over America. I don't think that was the intention. I think that maybe there was they wanted to go and bellyache about so-called election frauds. And I've said this the other day. And in 2016, Hillary Clinton blamed Russia and Vladimir Putin, and that was silly. And the Republican partisan hardcore people are blaming Venezuela and China. That is equally silly. Neither is true. And, the thing about it is that I still say that some of the people that were involved, especially in Congress, Lauren Boebert, for example, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Louis Gohmert, some of these folks that were kind of involved with this whole shenanigans, all Gosar, all of them, I really do believe they should be kicked out of Congress. And the thing about it is that there's been many, many terrible people that they are just guilty of having bad views, that they're not breaking the law or conspiring to overthrow the government. It's the price you pay for democracy. Elections has consequences. And so, but the thing about it is, but when you have people that are conspiring to overthrow the U.S. government, and that was those four people. They were actually trying to overthrow the government. They should be kicked out of Congress, if not jail time. But I don't believe in taking away their Twitter. But here's the thing. I do think that maybe some of the people that were breaking into the Capitol, what have you, a lot of them let their emotions go overboard and all of that, and they got caught up in the moment and all that. So the ones who were wanting to quote unquote hang Mike Pence. Not that I'm crazy about Mike Pence, but anybody who was, if they were really trying to kill him, go ahead and prosecute those. But there's a lot of people that for example, I do not think that the QAnon shaman idiot should be serving 3 or 4 years in prison. I think that's what he's serving right now. I think it's a little bit too stiff, if you're going to dress like a shaman, Viking shaman weirdo, call it insanity. So, but 1 year, with the 1 year anniversary. Oh, hold on, that's not right. There we go. Okay, the 1 year anniversary of January 6th. Congresswoman Liz Cheney of Colorado and her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney, who was also a member of Congress in that same congressional district. Liz Cheney is the current Congresswoman at the moment. Um, there's a lot of shit lives out there, and a lot of centrists, Democrats, and a lot, even some progressives. They'll be like, "Oh, oh yes, Liz Cheney. She's brave. Oh, Dick Cheney. He has honor. They're not going to let the partisanship. They're going to be above it. Oh, they're to be commended." No, they're not. Not one damn bit. They are not to be commended, because both Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney got blood on their hands. I mean, for all for all the damages that took place, and with regard to the insurrection. I mean, this pales in comparison to the million people that died in Iraq, or the 241,000 people that died in Afghanistan for the last 2 decades, and the million people that died in Iraq, and the 241,000 that die in Afghanistan. These are mostly Iraqis in Iraq, mostly Afghanistanians in Afghanistan, but there's a lot of Americans that died needlessly because of the lies that were told by George W. Bush and Dick Cheney. And, so I understand maybe the argument could be made that Liz Cheney and her father, Dick Cheney, at least try to honor the institutions of small d democratic governance, whereas the insurrectionists, in their silly, goofy attempts to take over the U.S. government, had a lot of a high streak of authoritarianism. I'll never forget this. The lies that we're told that basically tens of thousands of American lives in the last 20 years being lost because of a lie. 1 million people in Iraq, 241,000 in Afghanistan, gone because of a lie. Get this, our U.S. Constitution turning into toilet paper because the Bush administration wanted to enact the Patriot Act, where we're all being spied on to this day, where torture, enhanced interrogation, torture took place, where sanctions against bad guys across the world, and some of them are perhaps bad guys, but sanctions are evil because it doesn't really affect the leaders. It affects the people. It affects the people for the worse. So, even with nations that are fucked up, I oppose sanctions. And so, let's not make a hero out of Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney. They're both pieces of shit. They're assholes. They're war criminals. I mean, she served in the Bush administration too. The position was like Near Eastern, in the State Department for Near Eastern Affairs or something along those lines. And the thing about it is that when you have blood on your hands, you should be going to jail. You should be going to The Hague for crimes against humanity. Dick Cheney is walking around as a free man. And all the people who are detained in those jails in Washington D.C. they would hate my very existence, and I'm pretty damn sure I would hate them too. Some of the insurrectionists, but you know what? They're less dangerous than Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney, because if they had it their way, we'd be fighting every country that bats an eyelash against the United States in a slightly negative manner. So my advice is to not make a hero let me put it this way. My advice is do not rehabilitate Dick Cheney. Do not rehabilitate Liz Cheney. I mean, it makes me mad that George W. Bush has been rehabilitated. And, with regard to the lefties, whether you're a corporate Democrat or an actual lefty, when it comes to Liz Cheney, well, at least Dick Cheney, what was the other daughter? The other daughter of Dick Cheney. I'm trying to remember, what's her name? The one that's a lesbian. I think her name is Mary. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Hold on. I can tell you really quick here. Let's see. Mary Cheney is a lesbian. Now, I would say, good for Dick Cheney as far as accepting his daughter, and apparently he accepts his daughter, and Lynn Cheney accepts the daughter, Mary, for what she is, and they're on record of supporting LGBTQ rights. So even a scumbag like Dick Cheney, I guess you can find a little bit of humanity in the fact that he has enough empathy for his daughter. Hey, I'm not going to knock him down for that. As for Liz Cheney, she is not in good terms with accepting her sister for what she is. Donald Trump is a better person than Liz Cheney on the question of LGBTQ rights. Donald fucking Trump. And some people are going to be like, well, you like Donald Trump? No. Because once Donald Trump came in, it basically, he allowed the neocons to cuck him during the past 4 years, with killing Qasem Soleimani in Iran, the general. The guy that was actually going after real bad guys in the Middle East. But the people in this country don't know the difference between, they all think, there's one big Islamic caliphate trying to get us. Well, here's the thing. Islam in the Middle East, it's not a monolith. They have different ideologies. Some movements are secular. And it's amazing. The United States and the West, they go and destroy all the secular movements, whether it's Muammar Gaddafi or Saddam Hussein or PLO, where now you have to deal with Hamas instead of someone like the PLO, which were at least secular. Why go and forgive Liz Cheney? She's just an awful person. And here's the thing. Liz Cheney, as a member of Congress, voted with Trump majority of the time on policy. So to go and to just because you want to go and just own Orange Man, you're going to go and side with Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney on policy is actually worse. So anyway, that's the way I kind of see things. Don't expect me to make a hero or look at Liz Cheney in a positive light, nor her dad. They can both rot in hell for all I care. Fuck Dick Cheney. Actually, that's what Jackson Hinkle says a lot of times when he's ending his show. And I will agree with him. Fuck Dick Cheney and fuck Liz Cheney. Fuck them both. Seriously. So anyway, we have a cat line here. And Les Bones, how the hell are you? Great seeing you again. And we got Hot Retarded Chicks. Hey, how are you? I'm glad you're here too. Lesbian Cheney. Yep. I have an LBLT with fries. Very politically incorrect, but I love it. I'm a dirtbag leftist, as you know. Liz Cheney is a McCain. Pretty much. Pretty much. But anyhow, if you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree, we'll comment anyway. We'll have a conversation. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it because we're the muckrakers of our time. And also feel free to subscribe to this channel. And let's see here. Yes, thank you for that. And until next time, folks, I will say au revoir. Let me do this. What in the world's going on here? There we go. That should do it. No. Let's see. Let me do this here. I'm sorry. Okay, that should work. Sorry, I'm not exactly smooth when doing this sort of thing here. So, anyway, until next time, y'all take care. And thank you, Hot Retarded Chicks. Okay, y'all take care. Take it easy. Bye-bye.